Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's Chrissy here. Welcome if you're new, you know what to do. Click that subscribe button down below so you can join the squad. Come on in, bring it on in, all of that. So right now you see me with a clean, fresh face, and I'm going in with this photo box primer, you guys. And this will be a semi-detailed video. That's why it's about 15 minutes long. But, you know, stick around, enjoy the vibes. And if you like the vibes and you like what you see, then make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. So, y'all, this is my first time ever using this primer. I always hear really good things about it from, like, other makeup artists and stuff. So, I went ahead and tried it out. Now, I have heard about this brand before, and I wanted to give it a try. And, y'all, this primer is really, really good. I have used it multiple times since this video. So, you guys, I will be using this e.l.f. brow pencil, and I did arch my brows before this video, probably like a few days before, y'all, and I was going for more of that 90s, you know, feel with the brows, how they went making them very thick and they thin and they just like sharp and crisp. So that's what I was technically going for with my natural brows, but I did go ahead and fill them in with this as well. And they didn't really turn out bad how I filled them in, but they could have been a little bit better. But your girl, when it comes to these brows, baby, I ain't finna spend too much time because you can really spend a lot of time on brows. I will be using color shade 385 from the Fenty Beauty concealers, and I will be cleaning it up top and bottom. And so, yeah, y'all, I really like the way this blends in with my skin. It kind of like, once it like oxidizes down and everything, it like is my skin shade. So I really love the Fenty concealer. It's very, very creamy, and I really, really love that. So I'm just pretty much cleaning it up, and also I will be priming my lids as well with this same concealer. So y'all, technically I normally use like a flat brush. If you have watched previous videos, I always use like a really sharp flat brush to clean up my brows and everything. But on this particular video, your girl was just going to use less brush as possible. I did just use the actual applicator that came with the concealer. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't finna do too much today. However, I do like the way they are looking. As y'all can see, it's still very like a thin brow, but not too thin because I filled it in. So it's not really like my natural. And y'all, I did bring that concealer down just a little bit to prime. And I'm also going to be using this e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Tan Latte. Y'all, I love this so freaking much. Like, you can go back on my videos for years and see that your girl been using this for years. But I love this to prime with. And yeah, I don't believe in no eyeshadow primer and all that kind of stuff. Now, to each his own. You might like it. It might work for you. But I honestly just feel like that's like a grab that they do to make you, like, you know, gravitate to spending more money on products. When a lot of these products you can use, they are like universal. You can use them for a lot of different things on your face. So I just like to use this. And I did go ahead and set my lids with the Airspun powder. This is the neutral shade. And they do have other different type of shades, but this is the neutral translucent shade. I will be using this Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow. This is a Jackie Aina collab, and I will just be blending in that shade Ginger. It's just like a red brown type shade, and I like to use that for a transition shade. I'm also going to go in with this Juvia's Place palette. This is the Warrior palette, and I'm just going to be taking that deep brown color just to put in my crease and just add some definitions to my eyes. Now, I do have like semi-hooded eyes, not too much, but semi-hooded, and I do like to make sure you can see all the shades and the colors, so I do go back and forth into the colors. Most of the time, I'm not adding extra product or extra shades like shadow to my brushes. I just go back with whatever is left on the brush and blend it out. And so, yeah, I'm using the same concealer for my lids, the Camo Concealer in the shade Tan Latte. I will be using my fan multiple times in this video so I can dry it down and just speed up the process instead of just waiting for it to dry down by itself. So y'all, after it has dried down, I just blend it out like by tapping it, and then I just make sure I spread it all across the lid. And then I go back in with the same Warrior palette, and I use this tan type shade. It's kind of like has like a little peachy tone to it. So on top of that peachy type concealer, it comes off kind of like a little tan peachy color, you know, and it looks really, really cute. I like it. It's very neutral. It's like an eyeshadow look that I do whenever I want to look put together, like I did some shadow today, like I just did something to myself. this is what I'll do. Instead of just doing like the one shadow look, this is something that I'll do. You see, we just took 3 shadows and it just worked. I like this Wet n Wild concealer. It's so freaking good, so freaking dark, so freaking sharp, and it just lasts so freaking long. So your girl really love this. This is definitely one of them ones for sure.
Sneaky little creepy little whack bitch, creeping on me, speaking on me, sleeping on me mattress. Now I got some hands to burn and bars to bend them backwards. It's time to wake them up cause they been sleeping on the track list. Body so attractive, y'all be giving catfish. Log them off the web and every gangster's giving actress. Gangsters giving actress and all these fake activists. Leave me back or bewildered, relax a bit. Let me relax a bit, I think I need to pull it off. I put some pep up in my step and then I do it up. I try my cutlery and hit my ruler up. Step up in this bitch, I look too fly. Cop the Dior shit on Ventura. Took a midnight swim in my Jura. Hating bitches block my medulla. I showed the bitch my pen, then I schooled her. Shot at essay them in my Jura. Dolce the Don, Dolce the Dean, Dolce Supreme, the swamp.
So yeah, I be having to concentrate or whatever when I'm doing that liner because I be wanting it to look very, very sharp and put together. Sometimes, y'all, I can even go crazy and do it bigger than this. But I really like the way it came out. And whenever I do mess up, either way, if I mess up or if I don't, I just go ahead and clean it up on the side either way. And I'm taking this same 385 Fenty Beauty concealer to do that, and I just blend it downward, and it does make my lines on my liner sharper. It also, if you do like the under eye shadow already, you can also like clean it up as well with this concealer like trick as well. So I really like to do this. I've been doing it for a while and it just really works. And then I just blend it all out. So y'all, I will be trying a new foundation today. I always use NARS foundations. I feel like they are really good. However, you know, I do feel like Maybelline is a good dupe for it. But, you know, you just got to know how to work with it. But I do love NARS down, baby. NARS is so freaking good. And I am trying their light reflecting. I am using the shade that I always use, which is Macao. And I use Macao also in the other like regular foundations by them. And you can just check other previous videos that are linked down below in the description box. Or, you know, if you find one on my page that you like where I used it. I normally use NARS concealers and NARS foundations because they are so freaking good and buttery. And however, they are a good little coin, but I feel like it's definitely worth it. I'm drying down that, and then I will be using these Too Faced in the shade Chestnut first, and then I'm also going up under the eyes for a brighter look. I am using the shade Cookie, and I feel like they just look really good. You do have to let it dry down a bit so the product will stay where you're putting it. So listen, ladies, dry it down and then move it around. Don't let it be wet and you get to moving it around. And honestly, I feel like you can do that with a lot of concealer as long as it's not like a matte concealer. Like matte concealers, I feel like you need to go ahead and just do your big one with that, blend that out, or don't buy it at all. But anyway, I am also using the Maybelline Lash mascara. I love this mascara. It's dark. It's the only one that does not like make me have like allergies and everything like that. I haven't found another one that's super black that don't make me like have an issue with like tearing up with the makeup, messing up the makeup. This is the only one. Also, you guys, I did go in with the LA Girl colors in the shade Mahogany, and it's so freaking light and it's cute, and it gives me like a bronzy look to my makeup. I didn't do too much. Sometimes I will go deeper with like a darker shade from them, and I can't think of the name right now, but I normally will go in a darker shade if it's like I want to give like a real sultry, snatched, jawline, snatch, contour look, yeah, I would go deeper. But I just feel like they just forever that girl when it comes to the formula and not doing too much when it comes to like the contour. And they very affordable. Like, come on, y'all. So I let that blend down and dry down. Then I went ahead and blended. I say blend down, y'all, but I let it dry down and then I just went ahead and blended it out. And as y'all can see, it stays where you are blending it at and where you placed it at. So let's make sure the placement is good where you want it if you do this technique of letting it dry down and everything. Now, a lot of times I do wait last minute to do my under eyes, but in this particular video, I just did with whatever way I wanted to do, whichever way I felt like I should do it in at the moment, okay? But I did blend out the contour last. Now, y'all, this is a tip. If you have like wrinkles or you have like fine lines up under your eyes, you need to make sure that product is getting there and make sure you are blending it out correctly. So if you look back, I did look up into the ceiling so I can make sure I'm getting that product right up under my eyes, so I won't be having like the fine lines showing or the creases showing up under there. Because if you're looking down and you're trying to apply the powders or the concealer, it's just going to be like no concealer in between the fine lines and the no powders and stuff, and you're going to be able to see it, and you're not going to really have like a flawless type look when it comes to the blend, and it's not gonna look as buttery up under the eyes and everything. So I do have like some type of lines up under my eyes from like creasing or whatever from getting older, but a lot of times you cannot tell because of the way I am blending it out and the way I am placing the products. So if you want like that type of look, like you want it to be looking smooth up under the eyes, you don't want it to be looking spaced out and gappy, then make sure you are looking up when you are blending it. Make sure you are looking up when you are tapping in that powder. And also, if you already have these lines and these fine lines and these creases, less product the better. You should not be chunking up a lot of product on there. And I know even when we're doing the natural faces, like now how I'm doing a natural beat, this is actually like a natural beat, y'all. It's just with shadow. But I know even when I'm doing that, I have to always make sure that I am blending, I am moisturized, and I am placing the stuff where it needs to be. Now I will be contouring with the NARS bronzer. It's in the shade Laguna 04, and I will be using it, y'all. It's so freaking good. It's so good, so good, so good. And it just blends. And when I'm blending, I'm not swiping. I'm always like tapping in like circular motions. So if you have been here before, you already know this is what I do. I really have not changed up my technique. Now, one technique that I do want to try is where people be using more concealer than they do foundation. I will give that a try, but I haven't brought myself to it. I will be using the MAC. This is also a foundation, but it's also like a foundation powder. So if you don't want to wear foundation that day, you can really just put this on. But I like to use this as like a finishing powder. It works really, really good. It makes the makeup look flawless, y'all. I love it down. Now, you guys, I forgot to tell y'all, but I did use the NARS Orgasm blush, and I will be going in with this Morphe setting spray. I have used this in previous videos. I also like the Monica spray as well. It's like a refreshing spray, but it also holds the makeup in place. I will be drying that down using my fan, y'all, just to speed up the process. Normally your girl will grab like a makeup eyeshadow palette and get the fan and fan and fan it, but your girl found her fan and I charged it up, baby, so she ready to rock and roll this summer. All right. Anyways, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the lips. I will be taking a dark pencil, y'all. This is actually a auto lip liner, or it could be an eyeliner from Kiss, and I will be just going ahead and just lining out my lips with this, y'all. And it would like normally glide on if my lips wasn't already having like some moisturizer on it, but yeah, we did what it was gonna do. I'm going back in with that camo concealer, and I did just put that in the middle and tap it. That's why I told y'all can use these products. They are very universal. On top of that, I use this Juvia's Place. This is in the shade Dulce, and I will be using this as gloss today, y'all. And I had got these lashes from Ulta. I don't really know the number or the shade of them, y'all, but they are so freaking cute. They have like a C curl, and they actually give like the effect of when girls go get their lashes done, okay? So I love that vibe. So it's so freaking cute. I'm just putting them on, you guys. And this is actually going to be the end of this video once I put these lashes on, y'all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, let me know if you took anything of the tips from this that I was giving y'all. Let me know if you want more videos like this. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, because I would just love that down. And I really appreciate the support and the love and everything, you guys, that y'all have been giving me over the years, and that's sticking with your girl and rocking with your girl. Make sure you follow me on all my social platforms that you saw scrolling across the screen, and I'll see you in the next one.